remind him? Okay.
An equal sign.
Class, what does an equation have?
An equal sign.
Class, what does an equation have?
An equal sign.
Good. So we're going to learn some new vocabulary for what makes up an equation. So our first vocabulary word, I'm going to say it, and I want you to echo it back to me, is dividend.
Dividend.
Let's try that again. Dividend.
Dividend.
So your dividend is your whole, or what you're dividing up. So when we've been talking about division in the past, we've been talking about a whole, or the big number that you're dividing up. So now us awesome 4th grade vocabulary, we're going to use the word dividend. Can we say it again? Dividend.
Dividend.
So what is the dividend, Andy? What did we say it was equal to? What word do we use in the past for dividend? Who can help Andy out? Let's see.
The dividend is the whole or what you
Can you say it nice and loud? Let's see. What's the dividend?
the whole or the number divided.
Very good. So the dividend is the whole. So everybody, what is the dividend?
The whole.
What is the dividend?
The whole.
Good. Our next 4th grade vocabulary word is divisor.
Divisor.
Let's try it again. 4th grade vocabulary is divisor.
Divisor.
Still waiting on what? Divisor.
Divisor.
So the divisor is the number you're dividing the whole by. So in the past, we've taken the whole and figured out the number of groups or the number in each group, and that would be your divisor. Maybe what's our divisor?
The number that you're dividing.
The number that you're dividing by. Class, what's the divisor?
The number that you're dividing by.
Class, what's the divisor?
The number you're dividing by.
Very good. And our last vocabulary word is quotient.
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 Very good. So our quotient is our answer to our problem, or the number that we're trying to find. Eduardo, what's our quotient? What does quotient mean? Can you say it again nice and loud? I need all eyes on Eduardo. When you solve the problem, it's the number that you get. Very good. So let's take a look at our equation that we have down here. So we know it's an equation because it has what? We know it's an equation because it has what?
An equal sign. Equal sign.
An equal sign. Very good. So in this equation, our dividend, or our whole, is 36. The number that we're dividing 36 by, so our divisor, is 9. And our answer, or our quotient, is 4. Nakai, what's our quotient in this equation?
4.
4. And how do you know it's the quotient?
Because after the equal sign, when you have two numbers, you're dividing and your divisor, and then you put the equal sign, and the number after that is your quotient.
So the number after the equal sign is your quotient. So our answer is our quotient. Very good. How do we know that 36 is our dividend? Adali, how do we know that 36 is our dividend? That's what you're dividing. That's our whole. And how do we know that 9 is our divisor? Maybe?
Because it's a number that you're dividing.
It's a number that you're dividing by. Exactly. So our divisor is the number we're dividing by. So when we're talking about equations this week, we're going to be awesome 4th grade students, and we're going to use the words dividend, divisor, and quotient to explain our equations. Sound good? Give me a thumbs up if that sounds good. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to be an awesome 4th grader. Great. So we're going to start with our launch problem of the day. So we're going to work through this one together. So let's echo read our launch problem. I want 100% of eyes up on the board. Anaya has 18 lollipops.
Alana has 18 lollipops.
She wants to give each friend 6 lollipops.
She wants to give each friend 6 lollipops.
I should say 9. How many friends can Anaya give 6 lollipops to?
How many friends can Anaya give 2 lollipops?
Let's try it again. How many friends can Anaya give 6 lollipops to?
How many friends can Anaya give 6 lollipops to?
Good enough.
It's too hard.
I need all eyes. And it's a 0. Thank you. Okay, so our first question that we're going to answer is, what is the whole? So let's think back to what we were learning last week. What is the whole in this equation, or in this problem? Anaya? 18. And how do you know that 18 is our whole? But what in the word problem tells you that it's the whole? I need all eyes on Anaya. You don't know? Eduardo, can you help out Anaya? It's the biggest number. It's what we have to start and what we're going to divide into. So what is the number in each group? Okay?
6.
6. And how do you know that 6 is in each group?
Because it says, how many friends can Anaya give 6 lollipops to?
So we know that she wants to give each friend 6 lollipops. So we have 18 lollipops total, and we want to give each friend 6 lollipops. So we're going to count out in groups of 6. I need all eyes up on the board. Still waiting on some eyes. Still waiting on some eyes, Andy. Adali's looking up the board. Eduardo's looking up the board. So we're going to break our lollipops into groups of 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need all eyes on the board. And we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
3.
So we're just trying to get 18. So we have 18 lollipops here broken into groups of 6. So what is the number of groups that we have up here? So we know that we have 6 in each group. How many groups total do we have?
3.
Let's see, how many groups total do we have?
3.
And how do you know that we have 3 groups total?
Because I have circled each group.
So you circled each group. So we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So what is our equation? Who can tell us what our equation is? Avi?
18 divided by 6.
18 divided by 6. Very good. And how did you know that that was our equation? Who can raise their hand and tell us how they knew that that was our equation? Adali? Adali, I'm going to stop you because we don't have everybody tracking. Adali? Adali, how did you know that our equation was 18 divided by 6?
Well, it's 18. The number before was 6. And when you put them together and put 18 divided by 6.
So Adali used her inferencing skills to remember that if we have an equation, we have to have an equal sign, right? So we weren't done when we just said 18 divided by 6. She said that 18 divided by 6 equals 3. So Adali knew that we had 18 lollipops total. She knew we were trying to give each friend 6 lollipops, which gave us 3 friends were able to have 6 lollipops. Okay? Oh, yeah, that's good. So friends, let's think back to the vocab we just learned. Who can label this equation for us using that awesome 4th grade vocabulary we just learned? Arnulfo, can you help us out here? Can you label another word for our whole?